Where's the part we need? Yeah, look, exactly like we suspected. Take a look here.
Welcome back to the main event. On this episode, we've got a very special project. We've got a 2011 Cadillac SRX with some faulty headlights. Chief's here. This is one of his cars. He's going to walk us through how to change these guys out.
Hey, you're right, Pooh Bear. So this car is new to me. We bought it about a month ago. And you know, like everyone else, we test drove it during the daytime. The headlights came on. They seemed to work fine. The first time we drove it at night, though, it was as though they weren't even there. It was absolutely dangerous. So the first thing we did, a friend of mine, Jason and I, we came in here, we got in here and we changed out the bulbs. We put in the whitest and the brightest halogen bulbs that you can find. While the bulb in here looks brighter, it still didn't broadcast onto the road. You know, I found out that this is a known problem with this Cadillac model, even so much as that Cadillac was offering to reimburse people for having this problem repaired up until last year. So I did call Cadillac and they told me, you know, good luck, soldier, but you know, we're not gonna do this for you. They did offer to, well, not for free anyway, they did offer to do it. They said it'd be anywhere between $900 and $2,000 to replace this. Here we are today, we're gonna do it ourselves.
All right, so we got some new headlights off of Amazon. There will be a link for this product in the description down below. TSG's got those guys here.
We're replacing the old headlights with these new aftermarket headlights like this one here that I'm holding that we bought on Amazon.
We're gonna do a little better though, because the old headlights are halogen style. We're gonna upgrade these puppies to a LED style from Forscher. We're gonna give those a go. This should give us a better result, a cooler burning bulb as well.
The real problem here is that this entire assembly, this one, the original one, they're all made of plastic and they're chromed. The halogen bulb burns at about 450 degrees. And what it does is it causes the chroming inside to discolor. And that's important because the reflectiveness of the chrome is what actually drives the brightness through the lens and onto the road.
This is going to be a fairly simple install. It will help to have a second person. You're only going to need a few tools. You're going to need a 7mm socket, a 10mm socket, you're going to need a trim tool, a screwdriver, and it'll help if you have a couple screwdrivers in different lengths. We're going to try to do this without a jack, but it may be necessary to remove the wheel to get to the inner liner. We'll decide that as we go.
So the very first step is to remove this trim piece. To get this off, there are 6 push tabs in here that we'll take off using a trim tool or a flathead screwdriver if you don't have a trim tool. And to get it off, we need to remove the weather stripping from here to here. But there are 2 retaining lugs underneath here that they just pull straight up and then it comes off. Next step is to remove these 6 10mm screws that are across the top here. So the next step is to remove 4 bolts from the inner fender liner so that you can pull it back. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl. And there's a 7mm bolt up top that holds the bumper to the car, and that's a 7mm bolt that you're going to need an extension for to reach that. Then you'll have to get underneath the car, and there are 3 10mm bolts that you'll have to remove. You may need a jack for that. We were able to get underneath there without it.
The next step, we need to remove the fender. You aggressively grab it right here at the edge, and you just pull it out. Like so. This is where it comes in handy to have 2 people. You're definitely going to need 2 people to remove the fascia because you want to do it at the same time.
Alright, so good news. Now that the fascia is down, it gives us access to what should be the 3 bolts. However, We notice here on this one that this bolt is missing. This is not our first clue that these headlight assembly have been replaced in the past. We were also missing a bolt underneath. Just goes to show you, do not replace this with halogen bulbs because they're obviously continuing to damage the light bulbs. That's why, again, we're putting the LEDs in. So we'll go ahead and take these out. You just lift this up. You can take it off. It's just another trim piece right there, but pretty good with a screwdriver. All right, and with that, we should be free. Okay, so now that we got all the bolts out, the light is essentially free. This tab right here, though, can be brittle, and to get it out, you just push it backwards to take the pressure off, and then the light comes. Let's see if we're lucky. There it is. So we had a surprise fourth bolt hitting underneath here. And we're going to go ahead and try to take it off. There it is. So the only wiring connections to make is this harness right here. I'm going to take this off. We need to back this lock out. Pull. All right, so this is the low beam housing. We have a dust cover, and these are the adjustments for left and right, up and down, these two here. So we'll open up the dust cover, pull that off, and there's our plug and play connection. Light itself will screw into. All right, so the foreign lights come with everything you need. They are literally plug and play. The only thing that you have to do with these after you plug them in, the driver needs to be zip tied inside to some of the other wiring in there just so it's not bouncing around. And it's really that simple. We're in. It comes with the zip ties, and the diodes need to be positioned at the final position at the 9 and the 3 o'clock position. So left and right, not up and down.
All right, so before we reassemble it, you want to make sure you test it, saving time just in case.
Hey, so the reassembly is exactly what we did the first time, only in reverse. So usually it's 50, 60, waiting. That looks better. Trigger winders out of the way. When we get them started.
So here's something we found during reassembly, and it's something that really may help you. These rivets right here, some of them fell out on both sides, or they got really loose. The solution is sheet metal screw. Works, goes right in there. Just find the right size, and then you're good to go. And that'll keep it in there, at least one. Boom. There it is, tight.
Not that bad, a lot of steps, but you know, it went in pretty good. Now let's test them out. There you go, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks to the man in it, I can see at night now. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. Get in the comments below if you want to see more DIYs.
So we are all wrapped up, and we've got the old headlights here that were causing the big problems inside the assembly. We were going to use a heat gun to separate these and take them apart, because you can with most headlamp assemblies. This one, we could not figure out how to do that. So, next best thing, take a sledgehammer to it.
B-Love, you want to do this? B-Love? Big surprise, he's not here. All right, I guess I'll do it. Where's the part we need? I think I shattered it. Right?
Where did it go?
It's completely gone, dude. It's behind here. All right. This is it right here. Yeah, look, exactly like we suspected. Take a look here. Can you see this? Mm-hmm. Do you see how that's burned out? There's zero reflectiveness left in there. See, this is the high beam. Look at the difference. See how the high beam has all that reflective? We turned the high beams on, we had no problem. Low beam, completely, destroyed, and that's by the heat.
LED should do better.
LED should do better.